Haruko Nozaki was a quiet and gentle girl. One day, when Haruko opened her shoe drawer, she saw that her shoes were missing. The girls who had stolen her shoes had thrown them into a big pit behind the school. Haruko slowly walked toward the pit, and as she tried to climb down to get her shoes, she slipped and fell into the pit herself. The girls who bullied her stood above, laughing at her, and walked away without helping. After some time, Haruko somehow managed to get home. At the door, her younger sister Tsuko saw her. Seeing Haruko in such a condition, Tsuko started crying because she knew Haruko had been suffering from bullying for a long time. Then Haruko's father talks to her class teacher about what has been happening to Haruko. But instead of taking any action, the class teacher tells them to adjust. When Haruko goes back to class, her classmates throw dust on her again. Haruko's father is leaving the school building when a few boys push him on the stairs. He falls down and gets injured. The bullies put a dead crow inside Haruko's desk, and the teacher still ignores everything. Haruko quietly goes home. When she reaches home and sees her father's injury, her heart breaks even more. Her mother and father tell her not to go to school for a few days, at least until things calm down a little. Haruko does not go to school, but the bullies do not stop. They start harming other students instead. Rumi suffers the most. Rumi cries every day. She is pushed around of everyone. One day, Rumi somehow messages Haruko. "Please, Haruko, come back to school. If you don't come, they don't leave me alone." Haruko and her little sister go out for a quiet walk, hoping the fresh air will ease their heavy hearts. The world feels calm for a moment. Along the way, they meet Aiba, who is taking a heart-shaped leaf on the ground and talks while taking a picture of it. After that, they continue walking together. Tsuko asks Aiba to take a picture of her and her sister, and he takes their photo. At school, Rumi is bullied again and again. She laughs with a strange smile and says that she wants Haruko to die. She wants to kill Haruko. Later, Haruko goes out with Aiba for a date. Before they leave, Haruko's little sister, Tsuko, gives her a necklace made of leaves and say bye to her. After saying goodbye, Hanako glanced back one last time and began walking with Aiba. They stood on the bridge, the beautiful view calming them for a moment. But when they returned, their hearts froze. Hanako's house was burning, her entire family trapped inside. She cried out for help, panicked, and tried to run forward to save them, but her strength failed her. She fell to her knees, breaking down in tears. Seeing this, Aiba ran toward the burning house and came back carrying Tsuko safely in his arms. In the end, Haruko loses her mother and father. Tsuko survives, but her condition is very serious. The bullies who set the fire talk among themselves, panicking and worrying that they might get caught. They did it without Agaru, their leader. Two of the girls who set the fire are completely broken by what they have done. Their home lives are painful and traumatic as well. Heavy snow falls and slowly covers the entire town, as if the world itself is trying to hide the pain. Even after losing everything, Haruko returns to school. She has lost her voice and cannot speak anymore. Still, the bullying does not stop. The cruel girls trying to bully her and then walk away. One of the bullies pushed her into the pit and told her, "This is what you deserve." The evil girl said, "After burning your family, I feel more alive." Nothing to lose, Haruko lock and nails her right in the eye. She picked up rod and hit her continuously, also takes out the other two girls and beat them. This is when her revenge officially begins. Her next target is Yusuke. She attacks him and injures his face, then leaves him to crawl into the snow. He falls to the cliff and breaks his leg and collapses. Haruko leaves him there and walks away. Two bullies wait for Haruko in the forest, planning to attack her before she can reach them. One of the boys shoots an arrow, but it misses. Haruko runs, her heart racing, but soon she is caught. The boy tackles her to the ground. In the struggle, she fights back, injuring him badly, and he begins screaming. His friend panics and fires an arrow, hitting his own companion by mistake. Haruko then turned toward him and stabbed him and strikes him with the arrow. After that, she leaves the forest and goes home. When Haruko's grandfather sees her, he is shocked by her condition and immediately realizes something is terribly wrong. Aiba comes to Haruko's house later that day. They go for a quiet walk together. Suddenly, Haruko breaks down. All the pain she has been holding inside finally pours out, and she starts crying uncontrollably. Aiba pulls her into his arms, holding her tightly, and gently kisses her, trying to comfort her, gain her voice while watching over her little sister. Seeing this, her grandfather decides it is time to leave. He tells them they will move back to Tokyo and start a new life. Aiba chooses to leave his grandmother behind and move to Tokyo with Haruko. Meanwhile, Rumi discovers the bodies of the bullies. Fear and guilt overwhelm her. It was all her idea. Everything she did was meant to impress the person she was obsessed with, Agaru. The guilt finally reaches Agaru as well. Agaru had allowed her friends to bully Haruko even though Haruko was once her close friend. Deep down, Agaru had romantic feelings for Haruko, but jealousy consumed her when Aiba entered Haruko's life and started bullying her. Then she realized her mistakes and begged Haruno to forgive her while Agaru returned to home from behind. Rumi runs to Agaru and attacks her and stabbed her, the very person she was obsessed with. She insults her, calls her filthy, and walks away. Hanako receives a call from Aiba, who wants to move to Tokyo and live with her. He sounds different, disturbed. In anger, he breaks his phone. Hanako chooses her family over him. Aiba loses his sanity. He injures his grandmother and brutally beats her. He talks about what he did to his parents. In school, parents gather to know what has happened to their children and blame the teacher for everything. Teacher gets flashbacks of the bullying she suffered. She runs away and throws herself in front of a machine. Rumi went full of psycho going to Hanako's sister's ward in the hospital, and Rumi said she is gross and burns her sister again. Hanako gets angry and choked out Rumi and she runs away. Then Hanako finds out that her grandfather has been attacked. She follows Aiba and confronts him, telling him to raise his hands. At that moment, she knows he is the one responsible. Rumi is revealed to be the main psycho. She was the one who burned Hanako's house and killed her parents. And run away from the scene. Rumi fatally wounds Hanako. In rage, Aiba starts punching Rumi and drops his bag. From the bag, a picture falls out, showing Hanako's father and sister burning. When he went in to save her sister, seeing this, Aiba get inspired by father's heroism and click photos of them when he tried to save his daughter. Then he beat Hanako over being rejected. She rather been die anywhere to be with him. He takes one last photo of her with blossoming Liverleaf as she slowly passes away, but before she grabbed crossbow and shot him in the eye, then the arrow struck him, and he collapsed, losing consciousness instantly. She tried to keep walking, but the blood loss was too much. Her steps slowed, and she collapsed, losing her life on the way. Hanako passes away from her injuries in the snow. Movie ends with the Agaru still alive who lives. Somehow she get to the class, and looking back the sweet memory of her and Hanako, and she can be the one who can stop this.